Yeah. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? So, it's been a minute since I've done any type of recordings of any kind. It's like 2:27 in the morning right now, and that Insomnia is popping. I just got finished watching Altered Carbon on Netflix, and it was dope, son. Like, definitely 8.5 out of 10 stars, son. Like, that joint was off the chain. I was a little disappointed. There's a lot of boobs in this thing, you know what I'm saying, on some Westworld shit. You know, shout out to Westworld. But there's a lot of boobs, son. It's like a lot of boobs. And like, what did me in was the hot black chick, right? That he's thinking about the whole show. When they finally have their little love scene, it's like episode 7, right? Netflix in episode 7s, you know what I'm saying? But like, they finally had a little love scene. It's like 2 seconds. Like, he had like these two, the main character. What was your name? It's 2 something in the morning, man. Go watch it. But like, he had like 2 of these like tremendous love scenes, and it's like boobs throughout the whole thing, and it's just like, I mean, it's you know, it's for a purpose, most of it. But it's like, when you get to that, like, that's what I was waiting for. I'm like, yeah, yo. Like, see what's up with short. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even, man. But that's cool, though. It's good. You know what I'm saying? That one of the only black women in the show, you know, she didn't take her clothes off. Actually, I don't think, because if memory serves, there was only like really 2 black women in the show that like spoke, and I don't think either one of them went topless. You know what I'm saying? So in that regard, that's definitely what's up. You know what I'm saying? But I was a little disappointed, man. Kept seeing all these little, you know what I'm saying? It was boobs from all nationalities. All nationalities. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's that 2 a.m. shit. But also Carbon though, man. Definitely go check that out. It was dope because it wasn't a whole bunch of that the last minute heroism type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes the person don't get there in time. You know what I mean? And the motherfucker dies. So that's kind of what was happening. You know, like every time. Well, not every time. There's a lot of parts when you're thinking, oh, somebody gonna run in, somebody gonna do this, something gonna happen, and it doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not life. It's not how things work out all the time. If I sound like nasal, it's because I've just been congested. No fever, nothing else, you know what I'm saying? Just been congested the last 2 days. Flu going around, though. So, if anybody out here, you know, not taking your medications, you know what I'm saying, boosting your immune system, etc., etc., you know, be careful. The flu is serious. A lot of, a yawn. Maybe I'll get to sleep by 3 o'clock. 3:30. You know what I'm saying? And you know you gotta get up at 6. You know how it is. Y'all know how it is. But Altered Carbon, definitely dope. I watched Coach Snoop the other day, and it was good. I like Coach Snoop. It was a good show. The one chick, the dude Maximus's mom, she looked familiar. I haven't done any research yet, but like, I gotta look her up. Matter of fact, let me do that right now, because she looked crazy familiar, son. Like, I've seen her before, you know, like in a movie or something like that, but I can't figure out where. So I'm about to find out. But it was a good show. It was a really good show. And I really feel like y'all should check that out, man. You know what I'm saying? It was dope because you know where you know what I'm saying, like it was real. You know, it was real little African American and, you know, real little, what do you call that? What do they call us? Real minorities. Real minorities, you know, for real going through things. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that a lot of shows really encapsulate that in that fashion where it's like, you know, this is what really happens. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all like, again, it wasn't another thing where everything's all honky-dory and everything's sweet. Like little kids was having real problems and they was really getting in trouble. And their peoples was acting like peoples. Like it was this one episode where the little kid's pops came to like his game. And he was drunk. And he was acting like, you know, niggas be acting when they drunk. And, like, that's what I liked about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't all, you know, bells and whistles and blah, blah, blah. Like, the nigga really, I don't know. Like, I would just strongly suggest, you know, Peeping Coach Snoop. It was a good show. I really appreciate it. There's no information on this dude's mom. But, Maximus' mom, son. Like, when you watch the show, if you don't recognize her, then I'm bugging. But I'm trying to tell you on some real. I feel like she's been on stuff. His name is Maximus Gibbs. And I liked his story a lot. It was him and another little nigga, J-Rock. I like their stories a lot. I mean, there's a lot of people. The one dude whose sister died in the car crash, because it wasn't like a whole bunch of crazy shit. Like, it wasn't like, oh well, everybody got shot in gun violence. Like the one dude, his mom got killed, and she was hit and run. The other dude, his older sister got killed. It was a car accident or something like that, drunk driving. And it was a real situation, you know, like she got fake IDs, her and her friend went out drinking, and I think they hit each other, like crazy, like, but that's life though, you know what I mean? It was not that drama TV bull, like it was a real situation, real people, really impacted, and you could clearly see how this program is helping these kids, you know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed it. So, alternate Carbon and Coach Snoop are the two things. I also watched the Cloverfield Paradox. So I'm gonna tell you exactly how I peeped Cloverfield Paradox. I was watching this shit on YouTube because I saw Cloverfield. I went to the movie to see my man Jay a long time. We know when it came out, and that joint was dope, right? But I didn't see none of the build-up stuff. My sister and my brother was telling me about it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I was like, well, that's my sister, my brother-in-law. But they was telling me about it, and like, oh yeah, it was all this stuff. But I never looked it up. Like back then, I wasn't really interested. Like I never really was hype on social media and stuff like that. So I wasn't really paying attention. But I was watching YouTube because I saw 10 Cloverfield Lane and saw absolutely no connections. But I was watching YouTube, and of course, you know, there's all types. There's like droves of people that have like made all these connections, and well, this is because of this and that is because of that. And when they put it all together, it was like really crazy to me. Not crazy in a bad way, but crazy like wow, you know what I'm saying? Like the thought process and how these small little things kind of fit in together. So I'm not going to do a full breakdown because I think I might do a full breakdown on the Cloverfield Paradox, but not just yet. I think I'm going to have to watch the other two films to get back on to see if I can do that. Do a little more research, and then I can give an actual review. Because I think right at this point I'd be speaking kind of out of pocket to the people that are a little more, a lot more in the know than I am. Again, excuse me. Like I said, just congested. It's been cold in Baltimore the last couple days. Usually when I do these little things, you know, if I talk about movies or something like that, I get a little more depth, a little more detail. But this is just real quick. I don't have that kind of time. Like I said, it's real late. Well, it's real early. You know what I'm saying? It's early in the morning. It's 2:37 now, so like I said, I gotta be up at 6. So I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm kind of wilding, but I wanted to kind of put some words to it. It's a good show, between, like, it's a lot of shows on Netflix that I'm really, really messing with, you know what I'm saying, as far as originals. In no particular order. It's like Stranger Things, F is for Family. Big Mouth is only funny when you tweaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, Big Mouth is only funny when you twist it. Like, if you drinking or something like that, smoking or whatever, like, that's when Big Mouth is funny. Other than that, that shit is kind of sick. But like I said, Stranger Things, F is for Family, Daredevil. I like season 2 more than season 1, but they're both very good. Punisher, of course. I wasn't a big fan, like Iron Fist. I mean, Iron Fist was terrible. Luke Cage, I liked the first couple episodes. Then after they killed off the dude that won the Oscar, it was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? They kind of went down. They should have kept my man in that, because he kind of made that shit. And the hot black chick from the first episode, like, they kind of killed me with that. But anyway, let me see. Alternate Carbon, Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt. That joint's, I love that shit. That joint's great. Dude, what other Netflix originals, man? Like, I feel like I'm messing up right now. Man, I can't think of it. But, like, those are my favorites right there. Those are some of my favorites, especially F is for Family. Bill Burr is hilarious to me as a comedian. I really like his comedic style and his honesty. And how he thinks about shit is kind of how I think about shit. You know what I'm saying? Not as drastic, not as racist. Maybe I am, but because I'm black, it's different. I mean, it happens that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could, white guy saying racial things, it's like, oh my gosh. Black guy said, it's like, oh, well, 100 years of slavery. It's like an automatic, like, excuse to, say certain shit at certain times. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say excuse, but it's just like it's like a gimme. Like, we get to have that. You know what I'm saying? So if you white, you can't just start, throwing around racial things, you know what I'm saying, unless you're talking to your homies. If you just generalize it, when you just out in public, you like to get fucked up. You know what I mean? You and it's weird, but it's true. So I'm just, putting that out there as a PSA. Don't get to running your mouth off too severe, because next nigga on World Star could be you. You know what I'm saying? But no, that's it. You know what I mean? Just want to give a real brief synopsis on, what's been popping on Netflix, what I've been paying attention to. So a definite watch is Coach Snoop. Definite watch is Alternate Carbon. Cloverfield Paradox, I don't know. Like, the critics been trashing it. Like Bright. Now, Bright, I didn't necessarily like, but I only watched it once. So I've had the Bright conversation publicly, but until I watch it a second time, I don't think I'll talk about how I feel about it on this platform. But Alternate Carbon, I mean, not Alternate Carbon, but the Cloverfield Paradox, I don't think deserved the bashing that I read on a couple reviews. I thought it was a lot better than they said it was. But I mean, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know the whole backstory. These are guys that, like, know all of this stuff, and they could have did this, they could have did that, and it barely explained this, it barely explained that. It's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, calm down, man. It's like a free Netflix thing. Like, all you had to do was just, on Comcast and on Xfinity, all you had to do was really change the channel. So it's like, relax. But get your Netflix on if you ain't got nothing else going on, and you taking care of all your other responsibilities, and you just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Get your Netflix on, check those things out. They don't pay me. I'm only saying it because I got Insomnia too. So if you up late at night, check those out. That's about all I got right now. I'm out.